All right, so women are furious because men are going their own ways.
Guys, the number of young single men in America is at a record high. This is why. According to Pew Research data that was released this week, a staggering 63% of men in their 20s
Wow.
are single, which is almost double that of women.
I believe that.
Be single forever. I just realized that, man. I'm gonna be single forever, and I'll say that. And some people are like, "That's sad." It's not sad. It's reality, bruh. I'm gonna be single forever.
Third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. So I've got a question for them.
Because there's no value in men anymore looking for a partner. Like, what do you get? And especially in North America, like, what do you get as a man? You got to pay for everything. You got to pay the bills, take them out, do the right thing, traditional, and women can do what the hell they want. And even when you get married, divorce, guess what? Wife can take like half of your shit, and you can't do anything about it. And then sometimes you gotta pay alimony, and sometimes they even take the kids. And like, it's so difficult. It's unfair in the States. That's why some men here, and most men here, give it up, or they're in the passports and getting out of here.
The men. So my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done.
You know, I'm seeing more and more of these videos, and honestly, it makes me sad because guys have told women why. We've made it very clear why we're walking away. And we're walking away in droves, and it's only going to get worse because you're not hearing why we're walking away. It's very simple. Don't read between the lines. Hear these words. There is absolutely no benefit anymore to being in a relationship with a woman for a man. None. Zero. Zilch. Especially.
And this is what I just said, man. Like, the thing about it, especially here in North America, like back in the days, sure, when he was like, parents used to last longer. Like my grandparents on both sides, they stayed together till death do they part. Here in North America now, how everyone thinks, especially women, they just swipe left or go on these dating apps, and they think there's always something better. That is one of the problems. I think social media is one of the major problems for why things are not working out so well in North America anymore. Many people are hooked on their phones, scrolling, and always thinking they can find better. But yet, like, what are the women doing? And the thing about it, too, a lot of men are starting to wake up and realize that the women are no longer the prize, okay? As women get older, they start decreasing in value. And men, as they get older, they increase in value. Because men, as they age like fine wine. And they get more knowledge, they get more experience, they understand things better. And men are, like I always said, men are the ones in the relationship that is considered a prize. Because yeah, there's a whole bunch of baddies out there. There's so many bad girls. That's the problem. A lot of these girls out here think they're baddies and everyone's a baddie, but they don't realize there is a lot of that. What can you do but besides being a baddie, like just looking good? Like, what can you do? Can you cook? Can you clean? Like, what?
When you consider the risk compared to any potential reward. Roughly 55% of marriages end in divorce, and the guy loses everything.
Yep.
Add into it all the relationships where they weren't married, and the guy lost access to his kids and had to pay mountains of child support, and so on. When you really look at it, there's less than a 1 in 4 chance of having a successful relationship. Would you risk everything you have? Would you risk your children and having access to them, knowing you only had a 25% chance of success?
Yep.
I doubt it. Add to it the expectations that today's women have are beyond absurd. We all joke about the sixes, but the reality is that is most women's expectation. You expect men to give, and offer nothing in return.
Nothing.
I'm not saying any of this to be mean, but I am being blunt in hopes you'll hear it. Because we've said it over and over and over again. And yet, you're still asking us, why are you walking away? That, in a nutshell, is the crux of the problem. You ask us, but you don't want to hear the response. And if you hear it, you don't want to accept it. My honest advice to you ladies is this. Get a mirror, look in it, and ask yourself, what are we offering to men? Why should men want to be with us? And if your answer is things like you have a great career or job, or that you're
men don't want that.
Clean, none of that matters to us.
No.
Not in the least. What matters to us? Peace.
Loyalty,
shit. And acknowledgement.
It's like all men are pretty straightforward and simple. Look, before I even said it, I knew. I know as a man, I would much rather peace in my life. When I go to work, I don't want to have to come home and deal with a problem. I want my queen or my lady when she's home be my like saving grace, like my. So when I get home, like, hey, how was your day? You know, I'm happy to see you. I don't walk in the door. I'm like, oh my god, what fight are we gonna get into now? And most of these women nowadays, they're so argumentative. They just want to argue for no reason. Like they just like arguing because they're all trying to think like they're baddies, and I hate it. Like me, I don't know. I'm gonna like I said this. I've dated a lot of black chicks in my life. Did a lot of mixed girls, and I gotta be honest. Like I personally think I am done like dating like black chicks because no disrespect, maybe there's some good ones out there, but majority of the black chicks that I've dated is so argumentative. They want to fight and they think they're right about everything. Like they don't want to like compromise of anything. They just think they're right and they don't see the guy's point of view. They don't. And this is why like a lot of guys over here are either tired of it, don't want to date no more, just done, or they're just going to other countries. All right, if you don't want to be submissive, you don't want to be feminine, okay, we just go other places.
Something very, very few women give to their man. And until you're willing to give that, until you're willing to set aside your ridiculous expectations, those numbers you mentioned are only going to get worse.
How is it?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I look like this today. Yet no man wants me to be his girlfriend.
Is this a serious question? Because women just went from saying they rather pick a bear over a man. So why the hell would men approach you? Or even look in your direction? But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatorial. So the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do.
Oh my God.
If they're going to be used for dates. They don't know if they're going to be manipulated and then called a narcissist. And in this particular video, she's also asking why didn't they approach her because she looks the way that she looks. But
why didn't she approach them?
The bottom line is most women are basic. There's nothing special to them. We all look the freaking same. So yeah, you actually have to come with more than just your looks. You actually need a personality nowadays too.
Facts. Preach it. That's the thing about it. Like, why do the guys, if you want a guy, you know, you can also approach the guy as well as the female. Like, I think you'll probably get more respect. A guy will be like, wait, you're coming up to me? A guy may change his whole outlook on you and be like, you know what? I actually think you thought you were really cute, but you know, you have that kind of look where I was very intimidated to come up to you. I thought you would have cussed my ass, called me a predator or something. But when you come up to the guy feels nice. He feels like, okay, I'm looking good. You're looking good. And guarantee you that guy's going to be like, you know what? Let me take you out because I respect what you did. Maybe if women start doing that kind of stuff, like honestly, men in North America, Canada would respect them a lot more. Because me, I just came back from Paris, and females in Europe are way different. I am telling you that right now. Females in Europe, they approach the guys and they actually offer to take them out. Like I remember I stayed there for about 3 weeks, and there was one girl, and first time we met, like she's like, what do you want to drink? Let me get you a drink. And it kind of threw me off for a second. And I was like, okay, I want a spritzer. That's kind of German drink over there. And she's like, yeah, no problem. Now, we both went up to the bar, and I am so used to pulling out my card and pay for things. She looked at me, she's like, what are you doing? I offered to take you out. I offered to buy you a drink. It's okay. You put away your money. I got this. I was like, no, it's okay. And she kept insisting. She's like, that's very disrespectful. She fully said that's disrespectful. I was like, all right, you know what? I don't want to disrespect. So thank you. I appreciate it. Went back, we sat down, had a good time. We laughed. It was really enjoyable. I felt at ease. I felt like I had no pressure to like pay for anything. It was good. We talked. She had a good time. We exchanged numbers and it was fun. Like, I'm telling you, guys appreciate stuff like that even more.
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah. And we still talk on Instagram here and there. So let's tell you, it's going to be a good relationship. But who knows?
So it's been brought to my attention that men no longer want to come up to women anymore due to
in North America,
women being just so rude and disrespectful and rejection. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know men didn't want to come up to women anymore. I'm barely finding this out. Why do women choose to cuss guys out when they come up to them and approach them? I have no idea. I apologize for that. There's just too many fine men. And if it takes me, the women, having to come up to you guys and shooting my shot, saying what's up,
there you go,
being the big stepper, then I'll just have to do that. And
what's the problem?
I'm going to just start coming up to you guys and shooting out compliments and see where it takes me. So if I start coming up to y'all in the grocery store and I say, excuse me, sir, you are just so sexy, I want a response. Okay, I don't want none of that shy stuff.
Yeah, okay. I think if she did that, most guys wouldn't be shy. They would either tell her straight up, like, listen, I either have a girlfriend or I'm not looking for something. But they will do it in such a respectful way. Guys are so much more respectful than most females, and they don't realize it. Guys will tell you, like, you know what, you're looking beautiful. I think you're gorgeous, but I'm not looking for someone right now. That's how guys would do it. Unlike a female, probably if you go up to him and tell them looking beautiful, they might smile or they might like look at you, sneer, and give that crossed eye kind of look, and you just walk away. You just walk away from him and not say nothing. Or sometimes they're like, want to married. Okay, that's okay. It's alright to take compliments. You don't got to be like rude about it. That's the thing about it. Most women, they're very rude about it.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls
to make the
first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore.
Oh my God. Nope.
And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul.
No.
So it would make sense if a guy really...
No, I don't believe in that right there. I feel like if the woman likes the guy more, a guy will change for the right woman. A guy will make it work for the right woman. If you're giving that guy peace, he'll make it work for you.
Really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you. And when did that shift? Because back in my mom's era, if a guy wanted to take you out on a date, he had to go up to you, he had to get your number, he had to go through lengths to try to talk to you, even if you weren't interested at first. How my parents met? They met at a bar, and my dad asked for my mom to dance. My mom was like, get out of here. She wanted nothing to do with him. If he had just left and listened to her, they would have never gone married. They would have never had kids. But he was persistent. He wanted to take her out on a date so badly. He was like, what do I have to do to take you out on a date? She was working late their first date. So he went to her work, picked her up, prepped a dinner, took her to a park. Just plan the whole thing.
Because if a man persisted like that in today's dating world, he would at the very least be called a creep. And at the worst, he'd be going to jail. That is the reality that a lot of men face. So that in combination with the fact that women are not really reciprocating effort and they're not treating men very well right now, there is a large group of men that are saying that it's just not worth it. And they would say that women have asked for it. They have asked men to leave them alone. So guess what, ladies? They're leaving you alone.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Like back in the day, the thing about it too, like she said about her parents, because my grandparents met at the bar too, but I remember my grandmother, she told me she was very stubborn, but the way my grandfather approached her, she told me, had a swag, was very respectful. He asked for her hand to dance, looked straight in her eyes, and they started dancing. That day, it was like magic. And the thing about it too, it's not like she was actively out there swiping on her phone, getting all attention from guys. He was just at the bar and he happened to come there. Thing about it too nowadays, I just think it's just too easy for social media. Everyone thinks that they can find better. And that is the problem. Everyone thinks they can find better rather than trying to build something up with someone, right? They're always looking for someone who has the bag. They're always looking for someone who's going to take them out, spend everything on them, while they don't want to grow with someone. Like, I feel like if you find a guy who has ambition, maybe down, he has ambition, he he has big dreams, and you build up with that guy, that relationship will last forever. Nothing can break that relationship. Nowadays, girls just want to get quick money fast. They want to hop on porn. They do a whole bunch of porn. They do their OF things, and the money's just so easy. Because that's the thing about it. It's just so easy for females, like, to do all this stupid shit. They don't care anymore, and that's why guys they honestly just gave up. Like, okay, you know what? Whatever.
Hey, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy, and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what? And like,
what?
he...
Oh my God.
I just wanted him to like try, and then for me.
Oh my God, that's funny. I've had this happen to me too. Like, holy shit. This was when I was in Dominican Republic. There was this really nice girl. She was from where was she from? She was from Montreal, actually, and it was her and her friend. Like my cousin was hanging out with her friend, and I was hanging out with her. She was really pretty. She wasn't an ugly girl at all. And the thing about it, was talking to me, and she said, "Oh, she got a bad relationship." I'm like, "Oh, that sucks. You know what? That's all right. Let's just hang out, chill." And so we were on the beach or whatever, and just talking, hanging out, getting good laughs. And then she just looks at me, and it's like, "Are you gay?" Like, what? What makes you think I'm gay? Like, I don't know. We just gay. Like, why? Because I'm talking to you. I'm not trying to make a move on you. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not gay. I just thought we had a good talk, so we could hang out. I wasn't trying to do anything. It's like, you can't be a good guy anymore. The girls want guys to make a move and attempt to like do stuff with them. And when they do, they want to say, ew, why are you doing that kind of stuff? Like, I'm not like what? That makes no sense. Like, oh, he must be gay because because look how pretty I am, and he's not trying to do anything with me. Sorry, not all guys are like dogs or like want to like just smash on the first date.
We'd be like, no, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna sleep with him. But I just now I feel ugly.
Yep, right. See?
This is what.
Yep.
I'm 19 years old. I've never had a boyfriend, but what I do have is a 30-page list full of qualifications and standards said person has to meet.
Right, this girl made a video talking about her requirements to be her boyfriend. And the comments are absolutely ripping this girl apart because whatever she's asking for in this video is a little bit too much. So let's go through the video and let's see what is too much for these guys.
First of all, I have to be attracted to the person.
Okay, number one, she has to be attracted to her partner. I know, how ridiculous of this girl to want to be attracted to her partner, but I'm sure something more unreasonable is coming up throughout this video.
I used to be super picky about height, but now as long as you're taller than me, I'm cool with it. I'm 5'4", so it's not that hard. But now you just gotta have a good, strong jawline and a sweet-looking face.
Okay, so the guy needs to be above 5'5" and have a strong jawline.
That's not too bad.
This is what we're complaining about, guys. See videos on TikTok where a girl's asking for a guy who makes $1 billion and is 7'4", but this is what we're getting upset about. Okay, maybe the video is gonna get more insane as we go on. Let's see what else she asked for.
For smiles, I am pretty picky. You gotta have a good smile. I don't know, to me, it's a really big deal. And you also have to look clean. I don't know, hygiene is a huge thing for me. Must understand emotions, and I don't care if you're a little bit emotional too.
Okay, so he needs to have a good smile, shower regularly, and, understand emotions. This is something gonna happen that I'm supposed to be upset about here?
I want to be best friends. I want to be your best friend, and I want you to be my best friend.
Okay, that's not bad.
You have to match my obsession with the beach and...
Wow, now that one was totally uncalled for. She wants to have a friendship with her boyfriend. That's ridiculous. And he has to have a common interest of hers. Now, this girl's really getting unreasonable, guys.
To take things extremely slow, so you have to be willing to work with that. I need someone that has a very contagious laugh and that laughs a lot.
Her last two totally unreasonable requests are that he has a good laugh and that he just goes slow. If you think these standards are so high that this is an explanation for why she's been single for 19 years when, that's literally a completely normal age to be single for, what do you expect her to do, have a relationship when she's 4 years old? 100% more a reflection of the guys, because if you cannot meet at least like 90% of that list, then I really don't know what to tell you. But I guarantee if you ask any of these guys, what would you like your girlfriend to look like? They'd all give some like absolutely ridiculous comparison of what they want their girlfriend to look like.
Actually, no.
This girl said that she wants her boyfriend to smile, take showers, and just be a happy person. And guys are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude, what fantasy world are you living in? To the girl in the video, don't take anything in the comment section seriously, because that was one of the most basic and normal requirements I've ever heard a girl ask for their partner on this app ever. Good for you. Wish you the best of luck.
All right.